And you know what's wild? And I said this to you a week or two ago. The Bills, like, are not a scary team.
They absolutely are a scary
They're
team.
not a scary team.
Why don't you think the Bills are a scary
And I know
team?
this is going to be a wild thing to say, and you know me, I don't like when people say things, but I just feel like, and I get it, the Chiefs are similar because Mahomes to them is Allen to the Bills.
Yeah,
But if you really look at the Bills this year, they've struggled.
at times, absolutely.
They have really struggled. I think that losing, they lost Micah Hyde earlier in the year, which really hurt that defense.
Yep.
I think their defense, and for lack of better words, picks and chooses when it wants to show up.
They're going to need to show up every game.
I will say Devin Singletary has emerged and finally, I think, has become the back that McDermott wants.
Absolutely, yeah. He's been pretty awesome. They traded, who was it, Zach Moss, I think?
They did trade Zach Moss.
But
they got Naeem Hines.
They did, and they've only used him as a special teams return guy, special teams
Right.
gadget guy, and Singletary has been taking all the load for them. So that's the thing. It's been able to, when Josh Allen kind of gets erratic and starts hurting people, and you're like, okay, what the hell is he going to do next? You can now trust Singletary to at least take some of the load off Allen, which does help, which I think, to me, is kind of a scarier team than before, because when they do have deficits in the passing game, which is very rare, they can just go ahead and Singletary. And Dawson Knox is underrated blocker.
Same thing when we talked about a few weeks ago when I was saying how the Bills are kind of, I don't know, I think that they're a great team. I just don't know if they have it. And I noticed that Allen is very much like a one read, or I'm out and running, or I'm just going to dump to Singletary, which makes sense. A lot of quarterbacks and schemes are like that.
Yeah.
But when you watch this offense, it just seems like there's one read and that's it. You look at these other offenses like a Cincinnati or a Kansas City or even the Chargers, honestly.
Herbert stays in
There's less just bailouts and more to the offense of like, okay, like Keenan Allen is covered, like we're going to go to Josh Palmer. To me, in Buffalo, it's like, all right, I'm either going to single out Gabe Davis, I'm singling out Diggs. When we get in the red zone, Dawson Knox. You know, I feel like their offense is able to be stopped, but Josh Allen is so good that he can overcome that because of his athleticism.
So do you think then it's a scheme and coordinating issue then?
Well, I'll go with this. Do you think Josh Allen's a smart quarterback? Or do you think that most of it is his athletic ability?
I do think he's a smart quarterback. Decisions are hard to make in the NFL, and he does make most of them right. And when he doesn't, he uses his athletic ability to jump over a guy otherworldly.
Right.
He does make very boneheaded interceptions, and this season it's kind of
like way more than we've seen in the last few years.
And that might be to them being more aggressive, which obviously would cause more turnovers.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you take some and you win some.
They're stoppable. That's the thing that I kind of took from this year. The Chiefs,
Yeah.
for as little weapons as they have, do not seem to be stoppable.